This week, Power Bourbon, we're going to go through the 5 whiskeys slash ryes that Chuck is sending signals to the airport about that I entered. Um, and I chose a different route than these gentlemen. I chose things
So
that,
is this a poem? Did you
yeah,
choose the road less traveled?
I did
Robert
because
Frost?
because my path has a high, like if you're too tall, you just hit
I was gonna just
trees.
say
So I just slide underneath. It's for anyone
oh
that's
oh
5'5" and
like
under.
like the kiddie playground.
Yes, exactly.
Gotcha.
That's
Okay.
yep. So that's what I chose. So a lot of these bottles you can actually find. Some of them are a little expensive, but they're interesting, which is mainly why I chose them. So the first bottle, which I really enjoyed, right up Chuck's alley, MGP, but the twist on it is it's toasted, which is Buzzard's Roost. So Buzzard Roost is it's not really a distillery. They source, so they get all MGP stuff. They're slowly starting their own stuff. I think is where they're getting to. Um, they've been on Bourbon Pursuit, a couple other channels, different things like that. But they've got really good palates. So they got this MGP and then they toasted it, and it's quite delightful. So if you like toasted products, 1910, different things like that, and you want to try a toasted rye, this is where you go. And you're not going to be disappointed. Unfortunately, it is in the $75 price range for a very young bourbon, uh, but it's good quality stuff. So,
It's a rye, isn't it?
yeah,
Or is it a
sorry,
bourbon?
it's
Yep.
right.
But to be like, that's one of the best toasted products I've ever had. Like, it is really good. I think it's priced. Some of the craft or limited, smaller batch stuff is maybe priced above where the value should be. I think Buzzard Roost is properly valued.
Second one is my favorite. I mean, not my favorite of all of the list, but this is my one of my favorite distilleries. Top 5
This is my favorite.
distillery.
This is my favorite. The next one can be my favorite too.
Yeah.
Next one's my favorite.
I mean, they are all
I
my
have
favorites.
10
That's
favorites.
5 favorites.
I
That's
only
why I
submitted
entered
five
the
bottles, but
list.
it's 10.
Yeah. You can never go wrong with these guys. You need to get one, and everybody agrees on this channel, which is New Riff. New Riff does amazing stuff. All their limited edition stuff is absolutely amazing, but this is going to be widely available. Give it time. They're continuing to expand distribution, all that. And this is their 6-year malted rye. So it does not taste like a traditional rye. It is if you took a bourbon and a rye and kind of mixed it together with more bourbon notes than rye notes. This is what you're getting. It is 6 years. It's going to be standard offering from them for now on. So they're slowly expanding it and getting bigger and bigger. But it is a banger, and it's $60. Like, you can't go wrong without a doubt.
Yeah, if you can find it at the distillery, likely or limited release.
Yeah,
But um, it's the Bourbon Drinkers Rye. That's what we said
yeah,
earlier this year when we reviewed it. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and everyone I've talked to that's tried this, I've never heard anybody say it's bad. I've only heard people say they were very shocked and surprised by it. So you can find a bottle, pick it up, you'll be happy. The third bottle, you're not going to find. I'm sorry. You got to be a Patreon member of a very special channel. But I'm very glad I'm a Patreon member of them, which is Bourbon Pursuit. And this is their Pursuit series, which is Pursuit Series episode 41. They don't hide what it is. So this is Finger Lake out of New York, their rye, which the Pursuit United rye or Pursuit, yeah, Pursuit United. That's what it is. Pursuit United rye has part of it along with Bardstown. So that's what this is. But this is just pure Finger Lakes, and it is absolutely amazing. So this is a 5-year rye, and it's phenomenal. Sealbox had it for a while and everything like that. So you can find it, but the best way to get it is to be a Patreon member of Bourbon Pursuit, or you could be a Patreon member of us because it's our channel. But they do more barrel picks, so I understand.
Or just take a trip to upstate New York. The Finger Lakes region is beautiful.
Yeah.
Do
And
some
you
wine
can-
tours along the Finger Lakes. Go see these guys along.
Yeah.
You know,
But
great.
this is proof
Do
that
some trout
good
fishing.
bourbon/rye/whiskey can be other places than Kentucky, because this is one of the best ryes I've ever had, and it's from New York. So definitely go with this. All right, now the two curveballs. So both of these are craft, which makes it even more exciting. Now, this one I got because I crossed the river and I go over there all the time because my wife is a wine club member. I had her join the wine club because I like the spirits. I can't do double because it's in my left.
Sure, if those quotations are like a hook.
Does wine club need to be in
Quotation. Yes.
I lost my hand in a farming accident, but
Yeah, I feel like you can also just say wine club. Like,
Nah,
it's not required.
So,
I don't know, what kind of club is it?
I know,
so,
like wine club, like that's when you say book club when it's really they're getting together to drink wine. When it's a wine club that is a wine club.
No, that's exactly what it's a wine.
Needed.
It's a wine club, so I can go visit the distillery. Is what it is.
Okay.
And when I visited the distillery, they had this amazing bottle, which is Starlight cigar blend. So this is finished in, I cannot pronounce it, Aburana barrels, which is a special Brazilian wood that is slowly catching on. Other brands are starting to do it too. It gives it a very distinct flavor. I get Cinnabon. Like, it's just absolutely amazing. So much cinnamon, so much frosting. It's just so freaking delicious. It is one of those that is a super unique barrel. Like, you could pick it out a mile away, but it is really, really, really good. Yeah, it had to be in there. So we'll see how it does, which was exciting.
When I drink that, I just get like, Brian, what's it called from the Dominican? Mama Wama?
Mama Wama.
Yeah, that's right. So it's like herbal and earthy tobacco notes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good for the soul.
Yeah, that's right. It heals.
It heals. Yeah. Mama Wama has a lot of healing properties according to the label. So.
All right. I think this has a lot of healing properties too, so I'll just keep drinking it. And the final one, thank you to Whiskey Tornado. And if you have not caught Lance's channel, go watch him. He does some great stuff, great reviews. But he was talking this bottle up, and they just happened to have it at the liquor store right down the road. So I picked up a bottle because I was like, surely it can't be that good. You're talking a 4-year-old rye. No way. Tried it, and by goodness, it is really, really good, which is Hard Truth Sweet Mash. So these guys are out of Indiana. Indiana has some of the best rye there is with MGP. Starlight does some amazing stuff. And now you got these guys doing some amazing stuff, which is pretty cool because you could like hit Starlight, and then you could go to Hard Truth, and then go to MGP, do your own little Indiana bourbon trail here. But they do sweet mash that they learn the process from Peerless and Wilderness Trail. And they also put the distillate in at low proof, which are all things that people claim make younger rye taste absolutely amazing. And having tried this, I agree with them. They're doing some amazing stuff. This is a 4-year-old product, and I am excited to see what a 6-year-old product is going to taste like from them, but I'll keep drinking this 4-year-old stuff too. And it's got one of the coolest corks ever because it's got actual like cork bark on top, which is really, really cool. So I just had to buy it for the cork alone. But that is my list of 5. And we'll see how they do. So what do you think, guys?
I love how you ended that review with really like, go buy this bottle for the cork. Like it just feels.
What
a
are
little
we
bit
doing
like,
on this channel?
it's like, oh, that's how you're judging
There's
whiskey.
been multiple times we've said buy a bottle of the Lux Row 12-year because that cork could kill a man.
I can say that, we trust our process and how we rate these bourbons, and, the truth will be told.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm excited to just see how these things come out. I think there'll be some surprises. I think the curveball will come from one of these 5, which I'm excited for.
Bold prediction.
Yep. So how many of your 5, we didn't ask Chuck this, how many of your 5 do you believe are going to finish top 5?
2.
Ooh.
Chuck, how many of yours from the previous video, feel free to link it, TJ, do you think are going to finish top 5?
I think I got for sure 2. I think there's a possibility of 3.
And tune in next week.
And that leaves no room for me. All right. Stay tuned next week.
Stay tuned next week, and then you can let us know how many you think of Brian's will finish in the top 5. So with that, we'll see you next time.
Stay neat.
Our bourbon.